same feature, maybe different height in a cut or an extrusion. I'm going to simplify this example before. Right here. Start a sketch in here. Okay, I get a hole. So you're going to have a bunch of 1/4-inch holes all over the place. Hotkeys didn't set them up. So. All right, 1/4-inch. All right, never mind the XY right now. Okay. Actually, yeah, we'll do the XY. That's real life. All right, got it here, and this particular one is cut through all. Okay. And maybe at the same time, this guy's got a pattern up in here. Come down here. This guy. Spread them out. Alright. So you've done a bunch of those guys. With the new linear pattern, I can change the distance, the lengths of those distances and depth with our feature here. But let's say I got this particular same size hole, 1/4-inch. I need it over here. Alright, I need it over here, and I need one down over on this face. I can either start a sketch, draw a circle, make it 1/4-inch, do whatever I need to do with it, go to the next face, draw a circle, make it 1/4-inch, XY, and cut, extrude, or whatever I need with it. The real design intent is that as I'm using the same, probably the same bolt or pin or shaft or whatever to go in each one of those 1/4-inch holes. Okay? When the design changes and say, oh wait, the 1/4-inch isn't available, we need to change them all to 3/8-inch holes now. Now you got to make sure you go to all the different faces and hit all of the 1/4 inches, because there is no, like I showed with the fillet expert, for that. All right. You could do an equation, but then you got to wait for that to rebuild every single time. So what we can do here is use what's called a derived sketch. It can be on the same face. I don't want to confuse you on there. It can be on the same face. It can be on another plane. It can be on a surface face, or another face of your model. Okay, what we're going to be doing. Here's what the tool is. Tools, insert, derived sketch. And look at it. It has no icon, so that you guys know if there's no icon, there's no button for it. So you don't need to look for it. Okay, all these are dead. They have no buttons. The only way to get it. And it's grayed out, and there's only one thing in SolidWorks you can do to get it from not being grayed out. And that is selecting the sketch that you want to derive. Alright, and control selecting the face you want it to derive to. Basically, derive, another word for it, is clone the sketch. Alright, they're exactly the same. They will always change with the parent, because you can't change the children. So I have control selected the sketch, I control selected a face. Again, it could have been the top face if I wanted to. Insert, and now it's alive and not grayed out. I give it an OK. It clones, not copies, clones the particular sketch, starts the sketch, and creates a sketch, in this case, sketch 3, takes the next number, and adds derived at the end of it. All right? What does the derived mean? For one, I'm in a sketch, I got sketch geometry on the screen, but there are no sketch tools available. There's no lines, arcs, fillets, nothing, offsets, or anything. All it cares about is its XY position, basically. How are you going to constrain this guy to be wherever it needs to be in the design? So I can use, as you can see, we've got our dimension command available. I can throw my dimension in here and put him wherever he needs to go. Throw him in. Maybe this guy is going to be extruded. Drop him out. Okay. Now I can derive a sketch as many times as I want, wherever I want. But you cannot derive a derived sketch. If you try, it just says basically that. You can't derive a derived sketch. Derive here, insert, derived sketch. You can't create a derived sketch of an already derived sketch. Okay? But we'll come in here, edit sketch, and that's the one I just derived a second time. No dimensions, doesn't matter. And I'm just going to do a cut real quick. Okay. All right. Now what did I do? What do I have here? I didn't have to create any equations at all. But when I come in here and make a change to the original, let make him, I think a 1/2 inch will fit on there, yeah. I got 1/2 inch. Pattern failed for some reason, I'll get rid of it anyway. We can see all these guys changed. Tools, measure. There he is, 1/2 inch diameter, 1/2 inch diameter. They all updated. Doesn't matter what's going on which plane, which face, where you used it on, projected it on through another part, and did an assembly cut, whatever you needed it in. Okay. Now here's the benefit, and sometimes will get you, but most of the time it's a benefit. If I take the original that everything was derived from and throw in whatever else I needed in this particular tool. So I'll take a circle here and I'll say here and here. And trim somewhere. There he is. Alright. Updates that guy, but it's cloned, so everybody else updates, okay? So people a lot of times say, well, say I needed one here and I had one derived on the other side, basically perfectly lined up. Why don't I just use the convert? Yeah, if you know for sure it's going to be a hole, it's never going to turn into a slot possibly, or whatever geometry. It could be a square shape or any shape in the world, splines included. If I use convert and I add geometry to the original, then I have to go, that next sketch is going to fail, especially like what I did here with putting the ears on it here. I have to go in, redo it, and deal with the failing edges and handles. All right. Here, they all update. Same thing as taking stuff out. If I edit the sketch and I take something out, this is definitely going to upset a convert, but with the derived, everything updates just the same. Now, it's derived, you say, well, okay, it's great, I did want it all that way, but one of these guys in the design now needs to be different. It needs to be different size. That's fine. We can come in and you can right-click and underive a sketch. All right. When you underive a sketch, any and all relationships that went with that particular sketch, dimensions, relations, basically all the relations, dimensions, gone. Okay. Even if it was something as simple as a square, the horizontal, the verticals, perpendiculars, parallels, dimensions, whatever went with it are gone. It's just a dumb, like you brought it in for copied and pasted from AutoCAD into a SolidWorks sketch. Okay? It's all there. Okay. One last thing on this, since I got some other geometry with it. These are all going the same way. Okay? What if one needed to be clocked at another angle or something like that? One last tool, and then I'll end this. Insert Derived Sketch. One of SolidWorks' very first tools. I've been using this since SolidWorks 96. Tools, Sketch Tools, Modify. All right. This used to be the only way to move, copy, scale, rotate geometry. It's kind of all been obsoleted by those tools with themselves. But the cool thing about this tool is it deals with just the plane. All right. If we take a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and draw a long rectangle on it, okay, representing your screen and representing drawing a rectangle. What this tool does is, as the rotate, scale, move tool takes that, just the pen or pencil drawing on there and moves it around on the paper, okay, on the plane that you're working on. What this tool is, takes the plane and modifies the plane. It will flip over the plane in either direction, so you're mirroring in two different directions. It will rotate the plane, or aka the paper, okay? So that's what we're dealing with here, is because we can't do anything with this geometry other than give it its XY position. Or I can take the plane with this one sketch that we're working on and rotate it around with this black right here, okay, this little UCS, and depending on how it sees it, it may be any old way. Notice my cursor right now is the left, it represents left mouse button is move. If I grab, I can move it around, okay? And the right mouse button represents rotate, okay? So I'm taking that paper and rotating it around. scale up in here, I can scale it. Yeah, there's factor scale there. The little black piece here, if I put my cursor on the end point, the left is still move, and I can take this guy and move him around here. But it also represents, I'll snap it to the middle here, the right mouse button represents mirroring, and I got mirror left and right here. So we're taking that paper, that transparent paper, and flipping it over. I come here and flip it up and down. And this really has nothing to do with the derived tool. You can do this with any sketch. You bring it in AutoCAD and it's flipped over or whatever. Go right ahead and flip it around. And the middle one represents the double mirror. It flips this way and flips this way. So instead of having to do both ends. So now he's actually a different direction. I'll come in here, I can snap him up and give it OK, and you're good to go. Okay. And you can also, with these, with the Derived Sketch, you can drag it, you can snap and do your pieces here and drag this guy around here and make it coincident. And you can also manipulate its orientation by relations also. Okay. Anybody see a use for Derived Sketch in your work? It's not an everyday tool, but if you really think about it, you're like, you could really use that on a lot of stuff. I'm good for a couple more, or you guys can call it night. You guys want?
What do you guys think? We could probably nail you to the floor here for a couple hours. What's that?